Hey guys, it's Tiff. Hope you're doing well. And I have been gone for forever. I've been gone, haven't filmed one thing in 3 weeks. And today I figured we would just sit down and talk to one another. Probably haven't done one of these before. Well, if I have, I haven't uploaded it, let's be honest. But I just wanted to sit back and relax and just hang out with you and kind of catch up. First, I hope everyone's doing well. I see that we've gotten a few more subscribers, which is awesome. I've kind of been on hiatus for a couple of weeks. It's been utter chaos. We'll get to that. But I think we've gained like 3 or 4 subscribers. We're almost at 100 and I'm so excited. I think once we get to 100, I'm gonna give away something. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be something small and stupid, but it will mean so much to me when we get there. So we're close. We're really close. But so 3 weeks-ish have passed since the last time I filmed. And what's happened since? Ben's tracker took a absolute poop. He had a little, was it 2002? I think 2002 Chevy Tracker, and we paid cash for it when we first bought it. It was like less than $5 grand when we bought it. And I was so surprised that it even lasted as long as it did. And it's been great to us. It was a little commuter car and it was 4-wheel, and got good gas mileage because it was like, I don't know, a 4-cylinder, but it lasted us a good long while, our little faithful steed, and it finally just died. There was a lot wrong with it. There was a differential issue, which isn't a huge deal because we weren't going in and out of 4-wheel drive. It's the summer. But it developed rod knock, and Ben is, God love him, he's terrible when it comes to maintenance. So I asked him if he had an oil change and he said yeah, and he didn't. And there was there was an oil leak and it pretty much ran out of oil. So it just took a nosedive, but we were able to find a little sell your car place, and they gave us I think $400 or $500 for it. So well worth it. And we got rid of it. And so he was like, okay, well, I have a big van and it doesn't get terrible gas mileage, but it's definitely not as good as like a regular car. So we have a Chevy Uplander, and I like it because we use it for Darcon and like people that need to do dump runs and stuff, and us, like we always end up having to haul shit around. So it was really convenient for us to have a small like commuter car and then the van. Well, my van now turns off when I make really sharp left-hand turns. I digress, I'm getting it fixed. We're not driving it until it's fixed, but I need to get that taken care of. It's a long story. That one is much better off. I think there's an issue with the fuel, either the fuel pump, but I got that replaced, so maybe it's just the fuel sensor. I don't think it's a pinch line. I'm so sorry, I digress, but I'm just trying to give you everything I know. I think it's probably a fuel sensor. I know it needs a new O2 sensor, and I know it needs an ABS sensor. All the sensors, like my car is just falling apart, but I think it's gonna be pretty minimal to get that up and running. But long story endless, we needed a car. Well, Ben was looking at getting another SUV because he doesn't like small cars, even though he picked the Tracker, whatever. He wanted a large SUV. So we were looking, and then he was like, no, I want a luxury vehicle. I don't know if you know this about me or Ben. We're not fancy people, like at all. So for Ben to be like, oh, I saw this BMW, I saw this Mercedes, or I saw this Lexus, I'm like, you are out of your goddamn mind. Like, what are you doing? So I think he was having like a little quarter-life, midlife crisis, like third of the way life crisis, I don't know, because he was like, I want a nice car. He can't keep it, like the last car died because he didn't put oil in it, like come on. So he was looking at those, and we went to see a couple of them, and nothing was really like striking his fancy. And then he went from like a regular car, like he wanted a name brand fancy car, a luxury vehicle, to then he wanted like an SUV, and he wanted the leather seats and a sunroof and like all this fancy stuff. And I was like, you know what, as long as it fits the criteria of like not over X amount, I didn't want to spend over $10,000. And I'm so sorry, I'm thirsty. And there's no AC in this room. It's kind of cool today. It's Memorial Day. But it's cool and rainy out, but it's still warm in this particular space. So I'm sorry if I'm sweaty. But no, he couldn't find anything. We saw something and it was like a Santa Fe, but it had been in an accident before, and I was just like, no, don't do that. But there was like the criteria that I had that it couldn't be a gas guzzler and it needed 4 doors. I do not like 2 doors. We had a Chevy Blazer at one point, and it was like giving birth. Also, when Brian had his Pontiac, it was like giving birth when you were in the back seat. You would rather stab your own eye than try and get in the back seat and get yourself out. Especially when I was super, super overweight. It was like trying to, okay, Ace Ventura, when he comes out of the rhino's butt, that's exactly what it felt like. So those were my criteria. Had to be under X amount, had to have 4 doors, didn't really care about anything else. And I didn't want it in an accident before. Oh, I lied. I also wanted it under 75,000 miles. Looking, couldn't find anything. We went to dinner, and we had been looking for like a week. And that was pretty much every day after work we were going to look at cars and stuff like that. So it was like eating up a lot of my filming time. But priorities, need a car. So we were sitting at dinner, and Ben pulls up a electric vehicle, and I'm like, what? He's like, no, I really want to go see it. So we went and called Nissan. It was right across the street from where we were eating. We went, and on a whim, we were like, yep, we're gonna come look at it. And so an hour and a half later, we came out with a Nissan Leaf. We bought a Nissan Leaf, which doesn't have a sunroof, which doesn't have leather seats, does have 4 doors, was right around 50,000 miles, and is still actually under warranty, which is awesome. What is it, 2013? Yeah, 2013, or 2000, no, I lied, 2012. I don't know, it's not my car, it's Ben's car. 2012 Nissan Leaf. 2012 Nissan Leaf, yes, in red. I hate red. I'm not a red person. I don't like red cars, but it's red, whatever, it's fine. But we drove it and he loved it, and I've never been in an electric vehicle. I've driven like a Prius and like hybrids and stuff, but full electric, and it was really weird to go from driving a gas vehicle there to leaving and Ben driving off in his electric vehicle. So if you want like a little car tour, if you're interested in electric vehicles, I've learned a whole bunch, like crash course, nothing like needing to know when you own one and you're like, how do I do this? We actually had to run a dedicated 220 line outside. We got our parking pad graveled and leveled, which is a whole nother story. Oh my God, I should tell you about that. Don't let me forget, like in 5 minutes. I have to tell you about the parking situation. So we were like, okay, awesome. So we have almost ran out of electricity I think we actually have a bad battery, and it's still under warranty, but you have to be X amount under, like I think it has to be 70% functioning or less for them to replace it, and it's a full replacement. And we're at 66%, but we actually want to let it go a little bit further down. We're just using it to commute back and forth to work, to my grandparent, like that kind of stuff. So it's okay that we're not going very far. Fully charged, we've actually been able to get it up to 65 miles, which is pretty good. Plus there's like a reserve when you go under 0. And there's eco mode and all kinds of stuff. Let me know if you want to know about electric cars, because I found out a lot of information in the past couple of weeks since having it. On to the parking situation. So in my backyard, like, I don't know, if this is my backyard, right? Here's my house, here's my backyard. Right here, like it's attached, but not really, we have a little lot of land, and it comes up an alley, reaches it. And we actually split my neighbor right next door and myself, well, it's for sale, but the garage is a 2-car garage. Half of it is on my neighbor's yard, half of it's on ours, that little lot of land. And it's dilapidated and terrible. It needs to be cut down. It needs to be ripped down. It should be condemned, like not safe to go in, roof collapsing, terrible. The foundation of it's fine because it's cinder block, but the roof, no good. But the alley was not paved. It like paved the first 15 or so feet, but then to get up on kind of a hill and around was just dirt. So we had to get it leveled, $1,200 later. Got it leveled, got it graveled. It looks great, but people have been parking in the alley every freaking day. Every single day. It kills me. So I put up a no parking sign, right? So let me back up. I would say for 7, and I lied, 8 days straight, I called 311, which is the non-emergency line, asking for transportation authorities to come at least twice a day, because different people pretty much every time, someone would park in the beginning of the alley, and it drove me absolutely bonkers. It kills me. Every time I look out there and there's a car, it could be like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. I will get their tag number and wait for 311 to open and call them and get them towed or give them a ticket. I hate it. It is not their driveway. Whatever. But there's no parking sign. It doesn't say anything. It was just like a 15-foot by 10-foot piece of property, alley, and then it went to dirt and then up. Well, since we've got it gravelled, it's very clear that there is a driveway up there now. And we want to get our cars off street so more people can park on the street. Like, there's an issue with parking in Baltimore. Like, welcome to the city. Welcome to any city living. And it doesn't help that there's construction in front of my house right now. They're trying to fix some sort of, I want to say that there's probably some sort of clog or issue between 2 gutter drain systems, because they've cut the street and have relayed pipe, and it's between where the 2 gutters are. I don't know. But there is a bobcat, a generator, a porta potty, and some other apparatus in front of my house taking up like 3 or 4 parking spaces. So people are parking in the goddamn alley and it's killing me. So I call, and I don't know who they are. There's only like 4 or 5 people I know on my street, and I know their cars. And if it was them, I just ask them to move and say, hey, we're using this. Like, don't park in the alley. Be a good human. No, don't know who they are. Keith actually saw someone, my brother, park, and then 2 people that were in the car walk down the street and down Patapsco. Why are you parking here? You're not even like going into someone's house. Whatever. As you can tell, I get really upset. So I have a checklist of every time I've called, who I've talked to, and they give you like a little case number or like number checker thing that you can call back on. And so I've written it down, and it is 3 pages long. Like, it blows my mind how many times I've called. And I've only seen parking authority come out a handful of times. And then I'll call back, like I'll go to work, I'll call them before work, go to work, come home, same car parked there. I'll call, give them the case number or whatever it's called, and they'll be like, oh, well, the parking authority came out and there was no one parked there. Really? They're parked in the exact same spot in the exact same way as this morning? That's interesting. No, they just didn't come. Or if they did and they just magically left and came back, this person is like parking exactly the same. Okay, so there's been times where I've called literally 3 or 4 times in a day because someone has left. I've called to let them know that they've left. Someone will come and park right back in the spot. So go to Home Depot, spend my hard-earned money on a cone, on a PVC pipe, and on a no parking tow away zone or something like that sign. Put it up. It lasted 3 days. Someone stole my sign and my cone, and I knew that was gonna happen. Totally, like, without a doubt, knew that someone was either gonna take it or rip it down and like break it. So came home one day completely missing everything, cone too. And the cone is the part that really pisses me off because it was like $25 for this cone. The sign was like $3, not a big deal, and we had some PVC, but I was like, God damn it, why I gotta take my sign? So, but it's been better. It's been better. We've had people park there less, I'd say, over the past like 4 days, 5 days, and it's like the extended weekend, and I think it's helping because they're seeing Ben and I like leave the alley so frequently. Not that we're like in and out all the time, but like leaving for work, coming home, gotta go get groceries, whatever. So that's been helpful. But the saga continues because we had to take my van the other day because someone parked in the alley and blocked Ben in, and it's hard to tell who it is at like 7:30 in the morning because you can't honk and like wait for someone to come out of their house. Like, that's rude. People are trying to sleep still. Hopefully we won't have to deal with it anymore and people will not park in the alley and be like decent humans. We shall see. Let's see what else. Oh, I am thinking about maybe setting up like, what is it called? Poshmark? an online little secondhand store. I have like all of this plus size clothes. None of it fits anymore, and I love them, and they're like, all of the clothes that are in these bags are like such good condition. I loved them. I took really good care of them. Lightly used. Some of them are like special occasion things, or like bathing suits that I got and then wasn't really able to wear but like 1 or 2 times. There's a few new things, not really, but I'd say maybe like 3 or 4 new things. And I let some of my friends pick through it and like, please take what you want. But now I'm left with this, and I know that I can donate it, but it'd be nice to be able to put some of this, because we had to pay, obviously I had to put some money down for Ben's car. He's making the payments on it, trying to get it paid down pretty quickly, but there was that. We had to buy a charger for it. It came with one, but putting out the 220 line and then buying a rapid charge, and then the $1,200 for like fixing the back lot. It's like, I want to replenish some of my savings. So I was thinking about setting up some sort of like online thing. Let me know if you'd be interested, or what your experience is, if you've ever sold clothes before. It's like kind of weird, and I'm not looking to like make a whole bunch on it. Probably like, I don't know, maybe $5 at top or something. And a lot of it's name brand, like Lane Bryant and Torrid and all kinds of really nice stuff. I have a $120 leather jacket that I'm staring at right now, and it bothers me so much that it doesn't fit anymore. Like, I'm glad. Man, weight loss is weird. I know that I'm just hopping from topic to topic, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. Losing weight is really, really weird. So the whole time that I was like super overweight, and I can, let me know if you're interested in knowing like more about my weight loss. I know that I touch on it a lot, but I don't really explain like everything. But the synopsis is, my highest weight that I know of was 347 pounds. It was probably higher than that. I'd say it's like well over the 350 mark. But I just didn't weigh myself, because if you don't weigh yourself, then you're not actually that weight. That's how that works, right? Oh, sorry, I'm fidgeting. 347 pounds, and right now I weighed myself 2 or 3 years ago, and I was at 233, 235, something like that. So, excuse me, I love Propel, but like I'm getting like acid reflux right now. I don't know. It also probably because I ate like my weight in hot dogs and hamburgers today. I didn't really. I am eating fine, but yeah. So I've lost over 100 pounds, and as I was at my heaviest weight, I never realized how big I was. And now looking back, it is crazy to like hold up some of my clothes and be like, wow, that fit me at one point, or wow, that was snug at one point, or whatever. So I have like stuff that's like a size 4, 26, 28 is a lot of it too. And now I'm like a 14, 16, somewhere around there. And I still have weight to go, man. And that's, I'm at the point where it's like, I know that I've lost weight and I know that I look better, but I'm definitely still in the you're overweight. And so I'm feeling better and I have more energy and all that stuff, but it's really hard for me right now to push past where I am and like get to the 175 that I want to be. It's a little daunting, and I think probably what's really stressing me out, and this has really been stressing me out, like, you're my little therapy session, I love you guys, talking to myself, or maybe you, I don't know, if I'm talking to you, maybe you could relate. I find that we're doing a weight loss competition at work, and God knows everyone that's doing it is awesome, super encouraging, like everyone's positive about it. Ben's doing it too. This is the 13th week, and this is the last week that it is, and I could not be more happy that it's over. Not because I don't like the camaraderie of it. I hate weighing in every week. And I know it's an accountability factor. I know that it like messes with my brain and you're like, oh man, you're up half a pound from last time, or oh man, you should have lost weight, or you lost 2 pounds last time and now you didn't lose anything. What's going on? And also the scale difference. So here, and the scale, because we're doing it at work, the scale at work are very different. And sometimes it says that I'm like 10 pounds heavier than I am. And then sometimes it says that I'm like 6 pounds lighter. And it's just inconsistent. I don't know which scale it is. But it's like, okay, hopefully today it's going to be a good day. And I weigh less than what I did on the other scale. I don't know. It's just the accountability is good in moderation. I feel like 13 weeks of doing this, it's been a lot. And I probably won't do the next one. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe if it was shorter. I'm so conscientious about everything that I put into my body, which is a good thing, but I think to like an obsessive level right now. And there was a couple of weeks where I was really in calorie deficit and it wasn't a good situation. I wasn't eating enough. Like I was probably consuming 1,200 calories or something like that. And that might be a lot to some people, but to someone that's my weight, that's pretty, I don't even think you're sustaining your like body at that, which is so counterproductive because then you end up gaining or sustaining your weight even though you're in a calorie deficit because your body is protecting itself. But I think I've kind of figured it out. And the holiday helps actually because like when you're doing cookout foods, it's hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. And I just go bunless with them. So I'm getting the protein low carb, which is what keto is, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of fitting into my diet anyway. So that's been nice. And I saw my grandpa today. That was nice. My mom and dad, they're fine. Everyone's good there. Yesterday we hung out with Sean and Ashley, which was really nice. And Mandy. And I'm just like obsessed with Ashley's niece, Mara. She's like the little love of my life and I want to adopt her and like have a perfect mother-daughter day. She's just, I don't know. She's a little firecracker and a little pain in the butt, but I love her. So she was doing my hair and I was doing her hair yesterday, which was really nice. Let's see. Slightly overwhelmed with the amount of work that I have to do at the house. I do this every couple of months where it's like all at once I'll be like, I have to get everything done. I have to do it all. And I need, we have a sunroom that needs new windows and a new ceiling because we cut a part down, long story. But it's like an unfinished area and we'd like to really enclose it more and make it temperature controlled because it's wicked hot or wicked cold right now because it's not really insulated. And then I need to do the basement. The basement's completely just a wreck. It needs to be completely refinished. It's partially finished now, but they did a terrible job of it. And it's just, I mean, the house was built in 1928. Like, come on, it's pretty good for its age, but it definitely needs some TLC in basement specifically. And then our kitchen, Tyrion has just decimated it over having him for a couple of years. He's ripped off drawers. He has permanently stained nose marks on some of the doors and stuff, but wouldn't have it any other way. I love him. So now we just have a baby gate so we can't go in the kitchen, but we need to update the kitchen because it's definitely not, it's ugly. I was trying to think of a nice way to put it. It's ugly. It needs new uppers, new lowers. The sink leaks. Like it is time for a facelift, and that's pretty inexpensive. I'm not looking to go and like get custom cabinets. Literally going to get probably the already assembled ones from Home Depot and hang them ourselves. So it's that kind of stuff that I'm like, oh my God, it's summertime, we're gonna have people over, like trying to entertain and like be that perfect little cookie cutter. I want people to come over and feel relaxed and comfortable and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, it'd be really nice if we had this additional space, or oh, it'd be really nice if the kitchen had more counter space or whatever. And I know people don't look at that nearly as much as I do. I'm super hypercritical, fault of mine, I know, but not of just people, but truly of myself and my surroundings and my situation. Like I need a chill pill. So I'm like, okay, well, we can kind of divide and conquer it. Like, what's something that we can do? Let's save a little bit of money. Let's do that part. But I have a hard time dividing. So it constantly is just like a loop of, you need to do this. You need to do this. This isn't done. Why didn't you do this? Get up and do that. And it's just, it makes you tired. Man, this is like truly like a confessional almost. It's a little weird. I have to feel that someone somewhere can relate to it though, you know? Just kind of overwhelmed in general right now. Between all the house stuff and then trying to get Ben's car situated, and my car needs work, and trying to find a mechanic to work on it, and that has a good schedule. I know Sean would look at it in a heartbeat. Ben's best friend, one of my best friends, but he works in it's kind of far away. It's kind of inconvenient for us to be able to get there and back. And I don't want him to have to do it on his day, like off or after work. That's just, when you work on cars all day, the last thing you want to do is work on another car. And I understand that because it was when I worked at Jiffy Lube, the last thing I wanted to do when I got home was like, my grandpa would be like, oh, can you change my air filter? Or, oh, can you change your wiper blades? Or, oh, can you do the oil? Or, oh, whatever. And I'm like, no, like I don't want to look at another car while I'm off. So I need to figure that out. And it's been raining, which I know totally messes with my mental stuff. I'm such a sunshine or like slightly cloudy person, that it rained for almost a week. Like it probably was a week, honestly, like 6 days. Nonstop rain, nonstop cold, wet, no sun. And it was like, all I wanted to do was sleep. And I was just in a funky mood. And then Friday it started to get rainy again and gloomy. And, we went to a wedding. Ashley and I went to a wedding on Saturday, and it was beautiful. I don't know if she's ever going to watch it, but congratulations, Kelly and Chip. It was beautiful. You looked amazing, and like a bazillion years of happiness and love to you guys. You guys deserve it. Nothing but the best and nothing but all the happiness in the world. But I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get hype for like a wedding. And I love weddings. I love love. I love getting dressed up. Like it's my thing. In another life, or maybe if I have like a complete change of occupation, I would be a wedding planner in a heartbeat. I love it. I love all the detail. I love just every aspect of it. Blood, sweat, tears, all of it, you know, on a budget, not a budget, doing all the research and digging, like the nitty gritty part is like my favorite. So I just, every time I get invited to a wedding, I'm like super hype. So I, got dressed, my hair, my makeup, and it was just dreary out all day. It was beautiful during the ceremony. It was inside, but it was like there was stained glass in the church. It was beautiful, which was really nice. I was concerned that it was gonna like torrential downpour because you heard some grumblings outside. But it was beautiful. We were able to get in the car, go to the reception, and it just started to like kind of rain about an hour into the reception. So the weather was so much better than what it could have been, which was awesome. I'm so glad it didn't rain at an inconvenient time. But that was Saturday. And Ben and I had a 4-day weekend, which was really nice. We took off Friday, and then we're off through today. So tomorrow we go back to work. And I'm glad to get back into the routine of it. It'll be nice because it's a short week. I don't think anyone ever is like, yes, work. But, I'll be glad to get back, and there's some stuff I need to take care of, which is fine. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's it. Some stuff that I am hoping to like, if I can get my shit together enough, I really want to do some different content. I love makeup, but it seems like you guys like seeing a little bit more of like the non-professional, like, hi self. at least from the little bit that I've shown in the past. And the clothing hauls are always awesome, especially when they're like name brand stuff, like Torrid Haul. It's my #1 most viewed, that and ThredUp. So I know clothes are like a big thing, and I love fashion too. It's just, I'm thinking maybe like what I wear in a weekend. I'm thinking maybe it'd be cool to do a vlog. Here's my only issue with that is I work Monday through Friday, so it would only be after work that you'd really be able to see. And then on Fridays, Ben and the guys go and play Warhammer, which usually leaves me to just like hang out around the house, maybe do a little bit of like housework. Saturday morning is housework. It is try and clean the house as much as you can, top to bottom. Potentially going thrifting. I do like to go thrifting on the weekend, so that might be cool to see. If you, I don't know if I'm allowed to film in there, but I could ask. We only go to a few thrift stores, and it would be easy enough to ask about it. And then we do grocery shopping that week on the weekend. And we usually, like, we are just so not interesting in like the most normal, everyday kind of human way. I don't know if it'd be interesting to see or not, but let me know. Let me know if you'd want to see something like that. I just want to make sure that my content isn't stagnant and that you guys are really enjoying it and I'm filming what you like. Sitting down and plopping in front of the camera and talking to you is always like, I have no problem doing that, but it's definitely a different personality and a different vibe from like that versus a true makeup tutorial or a true try on haul. But if you want it, let me know and I'll do it. It's just, I want to know what you want. I want us to like build this to whatever we want, you know? It's kind of cool to be like a no-name on YouTube. Like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on the, I live on YouTube. Like, I could, you know what? I'm going to tell you some of the people that I absolutely love on YouTube and like aspire to be on some level. Let me get into it. I have like a million notifications right now. And you can just get my vibe. Okay, subscriptions. Some people I absolutely love. Thetela, Kim Tai, Couponing with Tony. I love her. I used to coupon a lot. And I love watching her. And she's so great because she does a lot of the work for you for couponing. Cassie Collects / Thrift Thick. I really like her. Tati, of course. Shannon XO. Vintage or Tacky. Love her. Love her aesthetic. Love everything about her. Banana Peppers and Graveyard Girl. Like kind of slash. Let's see who else. It's Black Friday, completely different vibe. Love her though, she's really cool. Kristen Leanne. Simply Nailogical. I'm sorry, I just saw the thumbnail for Simply Nailogical, the succulent nails. I love her. And I absolutely adore Sarah Ray. So Sarah Ray Vlogus, sometimes Glam, love her too, and Learning to Be Fearless. Oh my god, if you guys watch or follow Learning to Be Fearless, Alan proposed to her. I'm so excited. I told you, I love, and I just adore them. I think that they're great, and I just, yay, over the moon excited. So I watch like a lot of daily, weekly vlog stuff and a lot of fashion and like makeup stuff. So it's like right in that kind of alley. But I don't know. Just, it's kind of my vibe. It's kind of what I watch, but I binge on YouTube on the weekends. So I could give you like a time lapse of me watching that. Recently I've been watching mukbangs, which is not something that I normally do. I was actually toying with doing one. But because of my diet, it would be kind of restricted, but I could do one. Like I could do a Five Guys protein style or something. Or I could cook. Like I do like cooking. I could do like a keto meal and do like a mukbang. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how many more times I can say, I don't know, you tell me. It's my channel, but it's our channel. You know what I mean? So, okay. Well, I think that I have talked your ear off enough. I know it's like a completely different video, and I hope you like it. Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. If you do like it, I'm happy to make more of these because I don't know. I feel a little bit lighter and a little bit better talking to you guys, and it's like 9:40 on a Monday, and now I have like a little bit of pep in my step to be able to go and do the last little bit of housework and getting ready for tomorrow with a smile on my face. So thank you. But I'm so sorry I've been gone. I'm gonna try and get more consistent. I just fell off. Life got in the way, and that's a terrible excuse, but it's true. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna put up content. I need to figure out my groove and get back into it. So let me know what you guys want to see. That'll really help. And if you like my videos, want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell if you want to. You don't have to, but it's there. And yeah, talk to me in the comments. You guys know that I absolutely adore you guys, and talking in the comments is like my way of actually connecting with you guys. So I hope to talk to you down there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.